Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Toy Collector Review with me, Sergeant Geek. And today we're going to look at something a little bit weird. I went to my local comic book store to pick up a couple of figures, and I saw one in the Generations box, which is always to me really cool because you don't know what it is until you actually open it. And then I picked one off the loose shelf, brought them home, and something weird happened, but we're gonna get into it. So let's first take a look at the first one in the Generation box, which is Hot House. Now this is a name I haven't heard in the Transformers world during my time, but it's a brown Generation box. Usually these are some very good looking figures, so I just took a chance and picked it up without even googling it. Once again, as you can see, the box very plain, very simple. As you can see, it was 25 bucks at my local comic book store. So let's take a quick look. Let's open up the box and take a look at what the figure looks like inside. And as you can see, it's one of those base stations for the mini cons or battle cons, whatever they were, the miniature Transformers. And it's pretty cool because these are actually transformed into robots, as in the original toys. They were just base stations that could connect and make like a mini con city. But now they turned them into robots, which is really cool, and I like this. But one of the other figures I picked up that day happens to be this one right here. Now this guy is called Airwaves, and he's a Decepticon base, and he is identical to Hot House in every way except color. So what I decided to do was, instead of doing two separate episodes on each individual figure, we're gonna combine the two and do a video on just the mold of this figure right here. So we're gonna do the Decepticon Airwave and the Autobot Hot House pretty much at the same time, guys. So let's go ahead and let's go and take a closer look at these figures, starting with Hot House. Alright guys, so as you can see here, these figures, once my camera zooms in, got a weird face to them. Got lots of detail to them because as they are battle stations, so there's quite a few different transformations you can do with them. But these guys are pretty much parts formers, so in order to transform them into the different style bases, you're gonna have to take them apart, which is fine by me for these type of figures because, like I said, these were Minicom bases in the past and now they're robots, so I'm okay with that parts forming on these guys, just to get them into those old style bases and to make them robots at the same time, which is fine. Once again, this is really cool here. As you can see, he's got the logos. He is red, blue, and orange. Now let's go ahead and bring in the Decepticon Airwaves so you can see them two alongside each other. And here, as you can see, identical in every way except the coloring. So guys, what we're gonna do now, let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation, but we're gonna use Airwave. Alright guys, so first let's start off with the head. As you can see, it only goes left to right. There's no up or down on this. Well, there is a little bit, but that's due to transformation. As you can see here, his arm will go all the way out to the side. As long as you block that shield, you can see here, no shield, so he can go out to the side. Now he does have 360-degree rotation at the arm. Now he does have a waist swivel right there. Now the legs, once again, can go all the way out to the side, all the way out to the front. Knees are 90 degrees. Now he doesn't really have much articulation except for tiltage in the ankles. That's about it. They're pretty simple and basic. I like them. They're pretty cool as robots. But now, let's go ahead, let's transform them or parts form them, and let's see what kind of bases they turn out to be.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
In the world of micros, the only micros that transform are the amazing Micromaster Transformers. And now the Micromasters have Micromaster Transports.
Micromaster Transformers!
And here in the palm of Optimus Prime's hand are Micromaster battle stations that connect to form micro cities.
Micromaster Transformers, the most incredible micros of all. They're not just small. Transformers.
Micromaster Transformers, collect them all.
We now return to the Transformers.
Alright guys, so this first parts formation, I'm going to call it like a landing strip, because that's pretty much what it looks like to me, especially with airways there as well. Now let's take a closer look. As you can see, you pretty much stretch them out, and you got the two Autobot symbols right there. Two sets of roads going all the way up to the building right there, which with Hot House I'm assuming is a firehouse. You can see from the front view right there. From the side you got the tracks on the bottom, so possibly this is like a mobile style one, since you got the tracks forming at the bottom so you can roll them around. Very cool the way they actually set them up to stretch out like that. And Airways is the same. I'm not going to go ahead and do a close-up of him because it's pretty much the same figure. But let's move on to the next parts formation. Alright, now you got this formation too. I'm not sure what to make of this one. It kind of looks like a road with the building along the side. You guys, you be the judge of it, as the instructions don't give any names to any of these parts formations that these robots can go into. But as you can see from the ends, you can't connect these guys all together to make one big Autobot or Decepticon city. All it is with this one, you're basically just splitting it open and separating them and then creating a smokestack out of the weapons. Very simple, but let's move on. He has a couple of more parts formations to him. Okay, now here we have this parts formation as well. Not really sure what to make of it. I guess it's a battle formation because you got the two weapons on top, and I guess the microbots can go on the bottom and control it and fire it as like an artillery station or something. Not 100% sure, but this is the way the instructions say to transform him, or parts form him I should say. Very simple, and like I said before, Airways and Hot House both transform or parts form into the same thing. So we got one more parts formation for these guys to do as per the instructions. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Alright, as per instructions, use Tigertron, which I did here. And as you can see, just like Cog, he is a weaponizer as well. So let's take a closer look. As you can see here, you pretty much break down Hot House or Airways onto a transformer. And you got the cannon, this weird backpack, and then you use his chest as a shield, which is a huge shield. And then as always, you take the legs, and that's where the figure stands on, which I'm still trying to figure out why they do something like that. Doesn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is. If it was me, I would actually have something with the tracks on the bottom where the figure could actually roll around on, but they make it where you still, even when you weaponize them, you still have to actually run. And of course, we cannot forget about Airways. So in order to do Airways, I wanted to do it right, so I went and got one of my Decepticons. The only one that I got right now that is actually transforms into an automobile instead of a Seeker or something. So we're gonna use Barricade. And as you can see, just like Hot House, Airways parts forms onto Barricade, just like he does Hot House onto Tiger Tracks. Looks really cool. I actually like the way it looks on Barricade as well. But like I said, once again, would have been nice if they would have took those tracks, instead of putting them on the back, put them on the bottom, so these guys could have been like rolling battle stations instead of running battle stations. But it is what it is. Maybe you guys can figure out another way to get that going. But this is the way the instructions say to do it. So once again, it is what it is. And that's where we're going to end this video today. Alright guys, so that wraps up another episode of Toy Collector Review. Now when it comes to these battle station parts formers, will I be getting any more of these? Probably not, as these do not appeal to me. But if you're one of the collectors out there that was actually grew up with these guys as regular battle stations and now got them as robots, go ahead and get them. They are pretty cool. It's just not for me, and there's nothing bad about the figures themselves. They are pretty cool, like I said, and I will be keeping these in my collection. I just won't be pursuing them any further. I'll probably get some of the Battle Masters or micro microbots, whatever they're called. Not really sure again, but I'll probably get a few of those to go along with these guys that I already purchased. But once again, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, become a member of this channel. Hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified every time I put out a new video. And guys, share these videos on all social media platforms. And if you like the videos that I'm putting out on this channel, go ahead and smash that like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. And if you're watching this on Rumble, go ahead and smash that Rumble button. And guys, once again, if there's anything in particular you guys would like to see on this channel, go ahead and hit me in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to get that out there for you guys. Once again, I'm Sergeant Geek, and I'm signing off.